Hello everyone, and welcome to my 10th. I started off the intro like Mike Tyson. Hello everyone, welcome to my 10th taking of this video already. I'm brain dead right now mentally, but I'm persevering. And today my speech is based on why you should read more. Before you call me narc and all that other stuff, just hear me out, man. Just hear me out, okay? And I'm also going to be talking a little slow in this video, and that's only because I'm taking this whole video on my Motorola phone on a windowsill. The windowsill is my tripod, okay? So bear with me. And my phone will naturally skip, and when it does happen, hopefully my talking slow will help prevent me from sounding distorted, because imagine I'm talking really fast and then something clips, like something messes up in a video and then you just missed 5 words. But if I'm talking slow and it shorts out, you'll hopefully only miss 1 word I said. So I'm just gonna have to remind myself to talk slower. But yeah, you should honestly read more. Why should you read more? That's a good question. Not a lot of people like to read that much nowadays. If you think about it, in the 1700s, 1800s, we can go way far back. We can go a little farther up. People read every day. They read before they went to bed. They read in the morning. Now it's not as common. Like, you just text someone, hey, what are you doing? Reading. How about you? When does that happen? When does that happen? It happens to me, honestly. Some people ask me what I'm doing. I'll say I'm reading, but it doesn't happen that much. People don't really reply with that answer because reading is not that common as much nowadays. I mean, if you look at someone reading on a public bench, I'm just gonna guess. I'm just gonna guess they're older, because it's mostly older people reading now. But there's a fair amount of, I feel, 20-year-olds that read too. People of every age. But my job is to persuade at least one person to read more. And if I persuade at least one person, that's pretty good, because that's like, I persuaded 1 people of the 3 people. I persuaded 1 person of at least the 3 other people watching this. So hey, that's still pretty good, right? I mean, that's not bad of a percentage. But yeah, there's a book out there for everyone, and I truly believe that. I believe there's more than 1 book out there for everyone. And if it's not a book, it's a short story, it's a poem. That's another thing. If you don't find yourself like a really big reader, read honestly. Read some famous poems and see how it gets feeling. See if you feel anything from that. See if you found anything interesting. Because poems are short. If you don't like it, you just got 10 more lines to read. So read more. And I write poems, so read mine. Except you can't read mine unless I were to send some to you, but you get what I'm saying, okay? But yeah, let me just look at my paper, like I'm the news reporter for my notes. Yeah. Mark Twain said, this is where I skipped out the last time, so no one knew what Mark Twain said. Twain once said that the man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. And that's a good point. And it's coming from Mark Twain, so I'm not surprised. So smart, he read. And I sound like a parent. You know why Mark Twain had such good eyesight? He ate carrots. But I think it's true. And tell me I'm wrong, but women love someone who's smart and intelligent. Like, you ever seen those movie scenes where like, I'm so ugly, I'm so fat, oh my god, and then the other person's just like, you are everything I look for. You are smart, beautiful, intelligent. They always say smart, intelligent. How do you get that intelligence? From reading. Thank you. Case closed. But taking it back to what I was just saying. Women, men, they love someone who's good with their words. Someone who has a robust vocabulary. Like, wow, skipped out so long just now. Let's say dinner date, simple, meeting for the first time. If you're just talking, that of a second grade level, they're not going to be impressed. There might not be a second date unless you have some luscious locks or something, or intelligence is or intelligence is just one of those traits they don't find that important. Your hair exceeds intelligence, but if you talk like a second grader, they're not gonna be very impressed. They're probably gonna think you're not that smart. They're gonna think you're stupid. And it's harsh, but it's true. There's not gonna be that second date, dude. I'm sorry. But let's say you have such a vivacious, is that the right word? I don't know if that was the right word I was looking for. You had a good personality. Well, personality has nothing to do with the reading, but let's just say you're really good with your words. Say words like apoplexy. She's gonna be like, wow, he's just said apoplexy. I don't even know what that means. This guy's smart. I like, you know? And I think the video just skipped again, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, to summarize what I just said, all people love someone smart with their words. And if they see that you're pulling some pretty big words, they're gonna be, and I think that'll definitely help you in the future to come. We're still reading every day. There's 13-year-olds that read all the time, but what you don't know is they're not reading pages, they're reading off the phone. And that's the same thing. Same thing. Reading off your phone, reading your book, you're still reading. It's reading, okay? But it's not, because it'll never amount to books. It'll never amount to Siddhartha. It's really good. Siddhartha is really good. You should read it. But yeah, everyone reads off their phones. But once, oh, there's some people longboarding. Oh, I know that guy. I'm sorry. But once you, see, now I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. But once you take words and you put them on a book, on pages, no one's going to look at it. People who don't like to read, they're not going to look at it. If it's on a screen, they'll look at it. They'll find it more interesting. And that's the difference, is that a lot of people, they don't like to read. That's not true. If they woke up one day and they couldn't read, they'd freak. I don't like to read. You don't say that. You just said, I don't like to read books. And not anymore, because I'm about to persuade you into liking books. But, yeah. Another good reason. There's a book out there for everyone. I don't know if I said that already, but there's a book out there for everyone. There's gonna be at least, honestly, I think 1 to 5 books out there for everyone. Let's say your name's Tom. You don't like to read. You really like cars. Tell me the book of the whole start of the car industry began. How it all began. How the connections began. What the first cars were. Just a really good book explaining all that. And you're telling me you love cars. You wouldn't read that? Come on. You're lying to me and you're lying to yourself. That's 2 people, man. It's already a bad day for you. But, why am I saying but? I didn't have another point. But yeah. That's about it. There's a book out there for everyone. And to summarize all my other things, they're going to be impressed with you if you can talk well, if you can present yourself well with your words, and just get that je ne sais quoi. And also you'll be able to write better. I think that's definitely the biggest thing that comes to reading, is that I was able to write better. Write easilier. Write easilier? Are you kidding me? I'm doing a whole speech on gaining new knowledge and I said easilier, but yeah, what was I trying to say? You pretty much, shoot, I just forgot. I'm wrapping everything up and I just forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry. I'll bring it back. But to summarize what I was saying, this literature, and read a poem, read a short story, and I bet if you keep trying, you're gonna like something. And don't read it just because it's short. That's another thing that comes with everything, is that a lot of people just choose the shortest book and read it and they don't find it interesting. Find something that's interesting to you. And once you read about it, I bet it'll be even more interesting. All the details will give you questions you never even knew about. It'll give you answers you never knew about, sorry. And the writing, that's what I was talking about. You'll be able to write so easier without a thought. It's not only that, but you'll be able to think of words new or off the top of your head a lot easier too. Found that as well. After I was reading more and more and more, I was able to write answers to questions, or I was able to pair words with each other a lot easier. And a lot of kids, a lot of people, my friends, don't like to read. They had trouble in English class, and that's a big class that a lot of people have trouble with. And it's English, it's our language. Imagine these foreign exchange students that are taking our English classes with us, and some of them have better grades than us. Shout out to them. But yeah, that's my whole tangent. I hope I said everything. Videos, I don't remember if I said it in this video or the last video, and my head hurts. So that's why I keep blanking. But I tried my best, and thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great day. And in my public speaking class, at the end of a speech, we would ask if there's any questions, and I'd seriously doubt anyone will comment a question I'll ask. Are there any more questions?